Data show that 59 pediatric clinics opened nationwide last year, while 89 shut down, putting the closure to opening ratio at about 150%, the highest among clinic-level medical specialties.
지난해 전국에서 소아청소년과 의원 59곳이 새로 개원했지만 89곳이 폐업한 것으로 집계됐습니다. 신규 대비 폐업 비율은 약 150%로 의원급 진료 과목 가운데 폐업률이 가장 높은 수준으로 나타났습니다. So for every 10 pediatric clinics that open, 15 close.
Right, and of course, it's very likely a sign of a lowering birth rate and just less young people, less births. So this is data on the opening and closure status of these medical institutions. It was released by the Health Insurance Review and Assessment Service. Yes, so 150% closure to opening ratio for those pediatric clinics in particular. Anesthesiology and pain medicine and obstetrics and gynecology were also among specialties with relatively high closure rates. And then surgical clinics and urology clinics also reported to have somewhat elevated closure levels.
Right, and the OBGYN clinics closing also related partially to the low birth rates, of course. 건강보험 심사평가원의 최신 자료에 따르면 작년 신규 개원 대비 폐업 비율로 봤을 때 pediatric clinics, 소아청소년과가 가장 높았고 그 다음으로는 마취통증의학과 그리고 산부인과도 폐업률이 높은 편으로 나타났습니다.
네.
So what about the other end of the spectrum? Which kind of clinics remained open?
Neurology had the lowest closure to opening ratio, followed by rehabilitation medicine, psychiatry.
Oh, yes, going big very much.
Yeah, people are taking care of their mental health. Dermatology, people also taking care of their skin, of course, and orthopedics as well. So medical institutions, though, they continue to concentrate in Seoul and in the Seoul greater metropolitan area. So there's also regional disparities that you get.
Right.
So closures in provincial areas tend to rise alongside new openings.
아하. 반대로 신규 대비 폐업률이 가장 낮은 진료 과목들을 보면 neurology, 신경과, 그 다음으로는 rehabilitation medicine, 재활의학과, psychiatry, 정신건강의학과, dermatology, 피부과 등등 순이었습니다. Okay, let's have a look at this expression, pediatric clinic.
It is a clinic for kids, right? The medical care, it specializes in the medical care of anyone, infants, kids, and adolescents, even young adults. Usually younger kids, but could range up to anywhere in their late teens as well. So usually focusing on things like preventative care, immunizations, and just treating acute or chronic illnesses.
pediatric clinic, 여기서 패디가 어린이, child를 뜻하거든요. 그래서 pediatric clinic이라고 하면 소아과 의원, 소아청소년과 의원을 뜻합니다. Medical specialty.
It means the specific branch of medicine that you focus on, right? So you could have cardiology, for example, if you focus on the heart. Pediatrics, as we mentioned, focuses on kids, or oncology focuses on cancer.
네, medical specialty, 의학 전문 분야입니다. 진료 과목, medical specialty.
네.
Data show that 59 pediatric clinics opened nationwide last year, while 89 shut down, putting the closure to opening ratio at about 150%, the highest among clinic-level medical specialties. Okay, let's now go back to talking about food, because a lot of it was consumed at the Olympics.
Sure was. During the 2026 Milan Cortina Winter Olympics, the scale of daily food consumption at the athletes' village was off the charts. Stacked together, the plates used would reach an estimated height of 60 kilometers, a pile that would tower over Mount Everest at almost 7 times its height.
2026 밀라노 코르티나 동계올림픽 기간 선수촌에서 소비된 음식 규모가 상당한 것으로 전해졌습니다. 사용된 접시를 모두 쌓으면 약 60km 높이로 에베레스트 산 높이의 약 7배에 이르는 수준입니다. 동계올림픽이 오늘 새벽 폐막식을 끝으로 17일간의 열전을 마쳤죠. The 2026 Winter Olympics closed. It is over after 17 days. Korea finished 13th in terms of the medals.
Always sad to see the Olympics go, you know. It's great having all the world kind of watching the same thing
Festival,
together.
yeah.
You know? Yeah?
I mean, you definitely have that festive vibe both on the news, in the media, and also in your phones, in the social media as well, because everyone is excited for the success story of certain individuals.
Lots of great stories come out of the Olympics every time they happen. And this is no exception.
Right.
So this was at the closing press conference that was held in Milan. The organizing committee said that the athletes consumed about 60 kilograms of cheese, 365 kilograms of pasta, 10,000 eggs, 8,000 cups of coffee, and 12,000 slices of pizza per day at the athletes' village.
So the organizing committee came out with some interesting stats indeed. And then if you were to kind of imagine all the plates stacked up one after the other, then it is 7 times the height of Mount Everest.
Because these are people who are training constantly. They need to consume an insane number of calories to keep their physical level functioning, right?
Right. They need to replenish the calories that they have burnt out there on the snow, on the ice, and so on.
Right. It also took about a year only to finalize the menu for the athletes, apparently.
Okay, because you have to, it's not just a menu for lay people like you and I, that kind of just walk a little bit, not too much exercise, but these are top level athletes. So you want to make sure they get the right nutrients.
That's why they can eat so much pizza.
How many pizza was that?
12,000 slices per day.
Okay. All right. And we also do have some interesting numbers about the tickets sold.
Yeah, so 37% of the spectators were from Italy, and then the remaining 63% were international. Germans accounting for the largest share, then Americans, surprisingly, coming all the way from the States, and then visitors from the UK and Switzerland after that.
Okay. Let's have a look at this expression. Off the charts.
It means the numbers go so high that they don't even stay on the charts. The numbers are very high. They're overwhelmingly high.
차트 밖으로 튈 정도로 엄청난 상상을 초월하는 규모를 뜻합니다.
네.
Off the charts. Here's the story again. During the 2026 Milano Cortina Winter Olympics, the scale of daily food consumption at the athletes' village was off the charts. Stacked together, the plates used each day would reach an estimated height of 60 kilometers, a pile that would tower over Mount Everest at almost 7 times its height.